Greetings to all! Welcome to Tahiti Monday. I am Shenanigans, and in this series of This Is How I Do It, I am going over Hearthstone's
Blackrock Mountain, a Hearthstone adventure!
This video will be about Garr in the Molten Core.
Garr is one of Ragnaros' lieutenants. You're close now.
Garr has 45 health, and for 1 mana he deals 1 damage to all minions. More importantly, he starts out with 7 Firesworns, who deal 3 damage to you as a death rattle for each Firesworn that has died that turn, including itself. That means we need a very strategic deck for our early game. Let's take a look at that deck. Since all of Garr's starting Firesworns will die by turn 5 due to his Magma Pulse hero power, we need damage very early on, so we have Light's Justice, Noble Sacrifice, Seal of Light, Amani Berserker, Ironbeak Owl to silence them, Sword of Justice, Lil Exorcist, Raging Worgen, and Truesilver Champion. Unfortunately, we still have an entire deck to worry about, so we're going to need some additional cards. We have Repentance, Holy Light, Hammer of Wrath, Antique Healbot, Grim Patron, and then 2 Legendaries of your choice. I chose Tyrion and Alexstrasza. This matchup does take a couple of tries, so let's get into it.
Uther versus Garr! I will fight with honor.
As I said, you only have until turn 5 to strategically clear Garr's starting board. You don't want any more than 2 Firesworns dying each turn. If your hand is not well equipped to handle his board, just start over. And even if your hand is well equipped, it may just not go your way depending on Garr's draw. Fortunately, the first 5 turns do go pretty quickly, so it shouldn't take too long at all to get a good round in. Here is the kind of hand we're looking for. I personally would say Light's Justice and Lil Exorcist are a must-have, but there are plenty of hands that can get the job done. Again, it is dependent on Garr's draw. You aren't looking to kill individual Fireswarms, rather you're looking to group the Fireswarms into easily removed pairs. It is better to spread the damage out in chunks rather than focusing down single Fireswarms. Having Lil Exorcist, Ironbeak Owl, or Noble Sacrifice is a good way to deal with Firesworns who get the Mark of the Wild cast on them. Now comes the moment to kill off those groups of Firesworns. Use your minions and your weapons to take out 2 Firesworns each turn. If you are at full health, be sure to attack with your minions first to capitalize on any healing you have available from Truesilver Champion. When selecting which Firesworns to kill, keep in mind Garr's Magma Pulse hero power. If he is going to kill off 4 Firesworns at the beginning of his turn, you need to kill 2 of them. If he isn't going to kill any Firesworns on his next turn, just reduce any clumps that share the same health so that they're down to only pairs sharing the same health. Once you've cleared Garr's board, it's time to start managing his deck. Oh right, he has a deck. Fortunately, it isn't that good. It does have a couple game enders like Volcanic Lumberer, Earth Elemental, and Bloodlust, but those are rarely met with the speed of this deck. Be sure to use your Repentances and Grim Patrons as early as possible. Casting Sword of Justice on turn 4 into a Grim Patron on turn 5 is certainly the ideal situation. Once you have Grim Patron on the board, the game is pretty much set, as Garr's Magma Pulse hero power will keep your board full of Grim Patrons. Don't concern yourself too much with Garr's board in the late game, just take out any minions that threaten lethal. Otherwise, go to Garr's face. And that is how I did it, Garr of the Molten Core. I hope this guide has been helpful in showing you the path to victory. Have fun making your own variations on this deck, or use different characters to make a similar, maybe even more powerful version than mine. Some other decks you could try are a Warrior Enraged deck, where you can remove your normal triggers that you would need to have like Whirlwind and Deathspite, and instead replace them with even more Enraged minions. And if you could squeeze in an Angry Chicken for me, that'd be awesome. Or try the obvious Priest deck, utilizing cards like Mass Dispel and Circle of Healing. Play a minion with a big butt and just keep buffing it and healing it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more of the Molten Core.
should take a piece of Garr with you and skip it across Ragnaros' lava pool. You'd like that.